Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and today I got a very special guest, TMZ legend Rick Mitchell.
How's it going? It's good to be here.
You guys, I don't know how big fans of TMZ had listened to this podcast, but Rick was like on the show for years. You provided all of the comedy to the show.
I was the guy back in the day who would just shout out jokes in the back of the room. When I first started, Harvey didn't really know what the show was yet. And I had started maybe, I think, a month after the show premiered.
Okay.
And this is before you were here, and I would shout out jokes. And people would laugh, and he didn't know what to do with it.
Because it wasn't supposed to be funny back then.
Yeah, he didn't know like what exactly the show was. He didn't know it was supposed to be funny. And so they wouldn't the editors kept trying to put my jokes in and he kept taking them out. And then finally he sort of relented and realized like, okay, maybe this is supposed to be comedy.
He thought TMZ was supposed to be a serious,
I don't know
hard-hitting
if he thought it was
program.
supposed to be serious, but I don't think he thought it was supposed to be like funny in the room like that necessarily. Or I don't know that he didn't think like we were supposed to be just making jokes.
Well, you had a lasting impact on TMZ because now it's just like chill on the fart jokes, Harvey. Like,
right?
Yeah. That started with you.
The fart jokes.
I mean, in general.
I actually, in the beginning, I because I came from stand up where I was trying to get to a higher level of comedy, and so I prided myself in like not just doing fart jokes.
Okay.
And then I'd come in here and there's like fart joke,
Yeah.
and I'd get so mad when I was like, I got the fart piece. Like
I pride myself.
I want to do something better.
That's good.
Well, and then as time went on, then I was like, just give me the fart piece. It's easier.
Okay, we got no fart stories today. Actually, unfortunately,
Okay.
We'll try to slip one in
All right.
somewhere. We're going to talk about the GOP debate last night versus Trump on X, formerly known as Twitter, because he got nearly 200 million views on his X video, apparently.
It doesn't matter what this guy does, huh?
Right. We're also going to talk about there's a push for WAGs, wives and girlfriends, of like athletes in the NFL and other leagues to get their own like Super Bowl ring, to get their own trophy at the end of the season. But to begin with, Cardi B. Cardi B's threatening to sue a fan who tweeted out AI doctored voice memo and a supposed photo of Offset cheating on her. So this spread around X. This went viral, and people were thinking that, maybe he's doing it again. Well, he wasn't. This was all AI, and now Cardi is pissed. Let's hear some of what Cardi had to say.
I wonder how Mr. Benny Wayne Walker Jr. is going to feel when, I'll say about a month or less, he receives a letter to his workplace and to his home because his son, Ashton, decided, which he's a graphic designer, to put tattoos on somebody else's body, claiming that is my husband. Make sure you have fun explaining that to your father, babes, because you're going to be getting sued and we're going to make an example out of you. Yeah, and that was a terrible AI voice, by the way. So yeah, bye.
Mr. Benny Wayne Walker Jr. Did AI create that name?
Yeah, right.
Does that even sound like a real name?
No, it's like...
That's like a cowboy.
It is
from
a
back
cowboy.
in the day.
It is.
Wow.
It is. I almost think Cardi is right that they do need to make an example out of this person, or people are like this person, because this whole genre, AI in general, threatens to tear apart what we think of as real on the internet.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. They need to crack down on this because it's just going to keep getting worse.
Right.
There needs to be some sort of regulation on this because it's going to be chaos out there.
It will be, because you'll see images on any social media and you'll never know if it's the person or not.
Right. To show you how bad it's gotten, I'm actually AI right now. I'm not even on this podcast. Did you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm AI.
Rick Robot.
Yeah. And real me is probably upset about this.
yeah, you've been replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of whole AI stuff is going to be really awesome in a lot of ways, but the whole sort of being able to fool people, like catfishing, or just going after your enemies by doctoring exactly what this fan did. There's going to be examples of this everywhere soon, and everybody's going to be able to, I could go Rick Mitchell, I'm
Careful.
I was trying to think of something. I could write in
I know.
anything I want and have
Yeah.
you doing it.
I
And
know.
it's crazy,
That's horrible.
but it'll be fun.
Well, it's fun too.
And-
Anytime there's a new technology, people have to immediately just abuse it.
Exactly.
They're like, we're going to just do bad things with this.
Of
It's a
course.
shame that we can't just have the new technology and have good.
That's true. I mean, but
You
we
know.
are who we are, you know.
We are who we are.
Apparently, the person who did all this AI stuff was a Nicki Minaj fan. So
Oh, well, there you go.
she was trying to
Wow.
she was trying to stir up Cardi and upset.
Jeez.
Isn't that funny though?
That's makes sense, I guess.
I don't know how you'd sue someone sort of like for tweeting something out. I'm not a lawyer. You don't sound like one.
I sure don't. I don't know. I think that's libel, right? Or that's, there's something there, right?
Defamation, maybe.
Defamation. I mean, yeah. I think you have argument there for defamation, right? Because we see stories where people use an image on a billboard to sell stuff.
Right.
I know it's not selling stuff, but that's defamation.
No,
Character, right? I mean,
totally.
that's-
And this, we're going to see more examples of cases like this, more and more into the future, unless something like some example is made so that people can't just like fabricate and disseminate all the information.
Yeah. I think we need to mock up a wanted poster for Benny Wayne Walker Jr.
With a cowboy hat
Yes.
and like a
Wanted.
big belt.
Yeah.
Wanted,
Wanted.
dead or alive.
AI crimes.
That's a new podcast idea.
Yeah.
AI crimes.
I like that.
I
right?
like that too.
Yeah.
Okay, on to our next story. Trump is boasting that his interview with Tucker Carlson last night is nearly at 200 million views. Obviously, the Fox debate last night, not the debate between the Foxes, the debate on Fox.
Now, I would rather watch the debate between foxes. I
Right.
think that would be more interesting.
Right.
And I'd vote for one over some of the people.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
God knows it did not get 200 million viewers. I looked in the viewing figures for last night aren't out yet, but I looked and it usually gets somewhere between 10 million and maybe 20 million. But obviously that pales in comparison to what Trump is boasting about. Are these debates kind of useless? Is this on mainstream TV? Should we just all like put our own information out on Twitter?
They do seem kind of useless now, don't they? The debates. I don't know. Do we get much from them anymore? I can't tell anymore.
Look, I mean, there's this candidate that shone last night. His name is Vivek Ramaswamy. He is a biotech engineer. He went viral for all of his different little moments. It's all about moments these days.
Right.
Just like, 10-second clips that go viral. It's not about anything you say.
For good or bad.
Right.
Like the Marco Rubio water thing.
Oh,
back
when he
in
was
the
kept
day,
drinking water.
Right? He kept drinking water. And
Or the
that's all people
fly on
focus
Pence's head. Remember the fly?
on Pence's head. Yeah. It's like you just don't want to mess up.
Exactly.
But you have to, there's so many of the candidates, sometimes you have to do something worthwhile to stand out. But not look like an idiot.
But if Trump is really getting anywhere near the figures that he claims he is, doesn't that mean that sort of like it just dwarfs whatever happening in the debate anyway?
It just doesn't matter what he does. People would rather watch him.
Exactly.
Right?
He could be
Even if
sitting
they
there.
don't like him.
Right.
They'd rather watch him because he's more entertaining.
I think he could be
Right.
sitting on a chair in silence, looking down the barrel of a camera, and it'd probably triple whatever the debate got.
Yeah. But you were saying before that you think that's those views are not even.
I don't think those views, no. I think that Elon Musk is quite clever in the way that he calculates figures on his platform that it adds a view if you're scrolling past the video. If I immediately scroll past the video, not even for a millisecond do I listen or engage, that's a view. If you come back and look at the video multiple times, multiple views, multiple devices, if you somehow want to look at it on your iPad and your phone, multiple views. So that 200 million could be
It's
is far
seven views. He got 7 actual views.
And they're all
three
Donald
of them
Trump
from
Jr.
him.
Yeah.
Sons.
It's all his sons. But it'll be interesting to see, from this point, whether these candidates trying to come up against Trump in the primary, if they get any sort of, positive impact on their polling, or Trump's just got them beat dead in the water.
Right. Well, didn't someone last time try to kind of do what Trump was doing. I can't remember. There was some candidate who was trying to kind of do the sorts of things that Trump was doing in the debate of just sort of like, coming back at him and stuff, and it just didn't work.
Oh, true. You can't
Right?
you
It's
can't
like-
out Trump.
So I don't know what you do. You know,
Right.
you try to reason, and that's not entertaining enough. And then you try to be entertaining, but none of them are as entertaining as him.
He's one in a million, man. You got to. He's just something about him is so magnetic to so many people, and I mean, it's magnetic to me too in a way that it's entertaining to watch on TV to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of other things.
Well, yeah, last time it was fun for a while.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh dear.
Right.
Oh, no.
We're going to be getting a Trump mugshot today, I think.
That's right.
He's like, going to
pretty
turn
fun.
himself in.
He's so photogenic. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to what that's going to look like. I mean, the good photos of him look like mugshots. So I don't know
Right.
what's the mugshot going to look like.
It'll be interesting. I mean, it is quite a occasion that you're going to have a president with a mugshot. Like this is going to be maybe the most famous photo
Yeah.
of all time.
This is going to be the best mugshot since Nick Nolte.
Oh, that's a heinous one, isn't it?
It's classic.
Is that the one with his hair everywhere?
Oh, yeah. It's just a mess.
I
That's
hope the
great.
Trump one just has more than his eyes closed, something wrong with his hair or
something. I don't know.
I found compelling last night this lady named Nikki Haley.
Mm-hmm.
She was the only woman up there. She looked different. She sounded different. She was more prepared than the lads. And she clapped back at a few of them. I think if she was against Trump, I think maybe women would rally around her to be the candidate. And then if she versed God knows Biden, then I think she'd maybe kill him.
Yeah, that could be. And I thought she did a really great job the way she stood there, the way she spoke.
You didn't watch the debate,
I did
you,
not
Rick?
see the debates. I did not see them.
Well, a good topic for us to pick then to discuss on the podcast.
But I can imagine how it went
yeah,
because I've seen a debate before.
Right.
So,
well, yeah.
did a lot of them interrupt each other?
They did.
And then did they not follow the time that they
Yes.
were given?
Yeah, there was lots of ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah.
And they kept-
And did they say, just before I answer that, I want to respond to this other thing?
yes, and
Yeah.
a lot of finger
Okay.
waving.
Yeah, maybe I did see it.
Spot on. Spot on. Okay, on to our final story. Aaron Donald's wife, Erica Donald, she's getting her own Super Bowl ring. She has got her own Super Bowl ring made. She thinks, and the jeweler especially, is trying to push now that wags, or just girlfriends and wives, wives and girlfriends, WAG stands for, they deserve a Super Bowl ring as much as the players. Aaron Donald is one of, if not the best player in the NFL, defensively at least, and he won with the Rams a couple years ago.
Right.
Now there's ladies think they deserve, I mean, maybe they do deserve their own ring if we're putting up with what they have to put up with through the season.
Yeah, if you're having to put up with NFL athletes, some of them aren't easy.
No,
You should get a ring if they win.
I think so.
Some of them get rings when they don't win.
Right.
I mean, it's for putting up with stuff.
Right, I agree. I think that maybe they do. I think maybe some other jobs, most jobs you don't get a ring for good performance. Put it that way.
I can't think of. Are there any other jobs you get a ring for good
For
performance?
I don't. It's all athletes.
Yeah.
It should be more. Bring it to the workplaces
Right.
too.
You get it's weird. You get a ring for Super Bowl, and you get a green jacket if you win the Masters.
Oh,
Right?
not as good.
Not well. I don't know. You could argue it's better. It's a jacket.
Well, if
You
it's
can
cold
wear-
out, it's
I
better.
mean, I might take a jacket over a ring. I'm trying to think if there's other sport where you get a thing to wear.
I mean, basketball you get a ring too. NBA.
that's true. Basketball, you also get a ring. That's right.
But yeah, I mean, I quite like. I want to bring rings more into the workplace where
You want, yeah. So if you do well, get a promotion, you get a ring.
yeah,
like that?
maybe at the end of the year, Harvey selects some person who's been outstanding that year, and they
And
get
you get a ring.
TMZ emblazoned ring.
Yeah.
But also, I was thinking about these wives. If this wife thing picks up, and I bet it will, because whoever wins the Super Bowl next year, won't all the wives get together and say, "Hey, girls, let's go and get us." It's actually quite
Yeah.
a fun thing to do.
It's pretty great. It's good. It's fun, right? And it's
Yeah.
so supposedly it looks exactly like the
It looks pretty much like it, but a more
much like
feminine version.
right. Yeah, those are big rings.
They are.
I got to hold one time.
Whose ring and why? What was the
it
occasion?
It was. I can't even remember whose ring it was. I think it was like a staff
Oh,
ring or
staff?
something. Because they'll give to staff.
See,
and it was
that's
that
messed
some
up.
reason.
Staff get the ring as well
The
as the
janitor
players.
gets one. I like that the janitor gets one.
They clean up a lot of
Yeah.
they drink a lot of protein powder. Those
Right.
guys, they deserve
They
it.
should do that.
Yeah.
They should get a ring and a jacket.
I like that.
yeah.
But then now that if the wives get one, then the side chicks will want one next. There'll be a side
that's
chick
problem.
ring.
Yeah, I don't know if there should be side chick
Where does it
rings.
ever end?
Maybe smaller ring for the side chick.
Yeah, or on the pinky.
Yeah.
That could
There
be
you
good.
go. Maybe a ring pop.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
The side chick, yes.
Well, thank you very much for joining me here
Thank
today,
you.
Rick. It was great having such a legend of the organization.
Thank you so much.
Great to
It's
studio.
a pleasure to be here, and that was a great rehearsal. Let's start recording on this one.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.